Mestros, have you ever wondered why Sigma men have trust issues? Perhaps you are even a Sigma male yourself, and you find it hard to trust people easily, if ever. People often wonder if this is a trait all Sigma men have, and if there is any importance to being like this. I will break it down in this video so it all makes sense. Sigma men are just like lone wolves of the tigers, and true natural Sigmas are solitary. They never rush into doing anything or associating with anyone. These men prefer keeping their lives secret, and they are careful that they do not sell themselves out to anyone. But the reasons behind this personality are deeper than you can imagine, and there is a lot of wisdom everyone can learn from the value Sigma males place on trust. I encourage you to participate in the comments and share your experiences on why these men don't trust so easily. But before you do that, subscribe to the channel and watch the video. Number 1. Sigma men are not easily impressed. Trust is usually given because an impression was made. Unfortunately, most times people trust the wrong people, and they only learn when it is already too late. First impressions are not enough to win the trust of Sigma men. As a matter of fact, first impressions are actually very unreliable, as people tend to pretend when they are just meeting for the first time. Their true character begins to show up when they get comfortable and no longer see any reason to keep up the act. Most times when you meet people and they seem so nice and trustworthy, they are just doing the natural things we do as humans when we are trying to gain the trust of people that barely know us. When we look into the psychology of first impressions, it becomes evident that they are often shaped by surface-level cues, fashion, mannerisms, and initial conversations. These initial glimpses only provide a snapshot, not the full picture. Sigma men know that the core character of people cannot be discovered when all is good, but when they are under stress. First impressions can be likened to the cover of a book, offering a glimpse of what lies within, but not the entire story. Humans are pros at adapting and wearing masks to suit various situations, and may not always reveal their genuine selves during initial encounters. This can be deliberate or not even done consciously, but in both cases, the result is always the same. This is why people begin relationships only to end them shortly after, because they trusted false initial impressions. Number 2. The absence of genuineness. Sigma men, being men who walk their own path, always seek what is true and based on a deeper commitment than just following the crowd. Because of the way Sigma men think, they are more likely to discover people pretending to be what they are not than others. Sigma men can smell pretense from a mile away. These men will relate better with you if you are authentic, and more likely to trust you when you are unapologetically yourself. To them, authenticity is more than just a trait, it's a fundamental value. When encountering individuals they perceive as fake or insincere, Sigma males can quickly be put off. Sigma men prefer being with people who disagree with them than being with people who are just pretending to agree or trying to be nice. Don't make the mistake of agreeing with a Sigma male just because you think it would make him like you more. If you ever have any issues with a Sigma man, it is better to let him know it. That honesty is more valuable to him than you trying to please him. Sigma men easily get suspicious of people who try too hard to please them. They also don't trust people with low self-esteem, because they know such people will do and say things just to get the approval of others. Number 3. Dealing with people with insecurities. Sigma males, known for their unique inclinations, are often drawn towards peace and tranquility. They possess a preference for an environment that is calm and without unnecessary drama or stress. So if you are overly dramatic, Sigma men are 100% going to avoid you and never trust you to be a close friend. These men are very sensitive to behaviors such as engaging in gossip, starting arguments, and emotional manipulations. These are all behaviors of people who are insecure and trying to elevate themselves through these deceptive behaviors. Sigma men hate gossiping, and they know that those who gossip are never loyal. They are gossiping about everyone. It is only common sense for the Sigma male not to trust someone who gossips, because no secret is safe with such a person. Sigma males gravitate towards individuals who are full of confidence and inner security. They appreciate those capable of approaching situations with a composed and rational attitude. On the flip side, those individuals who consistently manufacture drama or seek attention through negative conduct may encounter challenges in building trust with a Sigma male. To establish trust with a Sigma male, it is important to steer clear of actions that provoke drama and instead focus on cultivating a positive and peaceful atmosphere. Number 4. Deception and unreliability. Sigma men are reliable, and they only associate well with those they find to be reliable too. Being reliable means being honest. It means putting in your best to be accountable and making sure things work. But how many people do you know that are reliable? How many people can be accountable for their failures and ensure they put in the work to make sure they fix their mess? You will agree that very few people are this honest. This is why Sigma men have very few people they can trust. Trusting dishonest people can be very dangerous, and Sigma men don't take careless risks. When faced with dishonest or unreliable counterparts, Sigma males often exhibit reluctance to place their faith in them. Sigma men can tell when you are trying to be sneaky with them. Overcomplicating things or making promises that you cannot obviously keep won't impress the Sigma male. It would only make him not trust you. By nature, Sigma men love planning ahead and hate not being prepared. So they think ahead about people they relate with and try to break away from those they know are liars. Number 5. Sigma men value their independence. Trusting people means letting them into your personal life. Sigma men value their privacy so much that they are wary of letting a lot of people know much about them. Usually, people form relationships with each other so they can depend on each other for help, but the trade-off is that they have to allow others into their private lives. Sigma men are not like every other person. They are different, are self-reliant, and can live with very minimal friends. They derive a sense of empowerment from their ability to navigate life's problems independently. This inbuilt desire not to depend on anyone affects how they make friends. It's not merely about avoiding reliance on others, but about embracing a lifestyle where their privacy is important too. Sigma men also expect other people to be self-reliant. These men can be put off by individuals who seem overly needy or dependent, perceiving them as burdens on their time and energy. Behaviors like constantly seeking attention or relying too much on others for emotional support or validation may indicate a lack of self-sufficiency, which Sigma males find unattractive. It's essential to remember that everyone needs assistance and support occasionally, but relying excessively on others can be a concern for Sigma males. To gain a Sigma male's trust, it's crucial to display a sense of independence and demonstrate that you can manage challenges on your own, while also knowing when to ask for help. Number 6. Comprehending motivations and objectives. Sigma men don't just accept things at face value. They dig deeper to grasp the underlying reasons and intentions that might drive people's behaviors. This insightful understanding aids in assessing whether trust is warranted or if it's prudent to be more cautious when forming relationships based on trust. People have varied motivations and hidden agendas that steer their actions, often beyond what's readily visible. To truly understand someone, one must unravel these hidden layers, much like peeling an onion to reveal its core. This skill is a valuable asset in both personal and professional spheres, and it saves Sigma men from any future regrets. Number 7. Emphasizing genuine relationships. Sigma men understand that genuine trust is a valuable asset that should be granted to those who show sincere concern, faithfulness, and honesty. This emphasis on being genuine guides their judgment, prompting them to exercise caution in placing their trust too quickly. Building true and authentic relationships is like nurturing a rare flower, requiring patience and diligence so it can bloom into something beautiful. No one wants to be surrounded by fake friends who are only there for the good times and nowhere to be found when things get tough. Sigma men put a lot more effort than other people in making sure that no fake friend slips through the crack. They are never in a rush to be friends with anyone and don't mind waiting many years to make the friendship blossom. Number 8. Trust is a risk Sigma men manage. Sensible individuals frequently choose to be practical when it comes to trust, viewing it through the lens of risk management. This is why Sigma men analyze the possible dangers and advantages linked with placing trust in someone, meticulously assessing how it might affect their personal or work life. Being wise about trust involves more than just a leap of faith. It's like being a financial wizard, calculating potential gains and losses. Imagine trust as an investment. You want it to yield returns, not losses. Every interaction where trust is at play is like placing a bet. But a smart gambler doesn't bet blindly. They analyze the odds and potential rewards. Likewise, smart trust is about weighing the odds before you place your bet on someone. At the end of the day, Sigma men are right not to trust so easily, because trust can be very expensive. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and watch this one as well. Thanks for watching.